Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jerry, and I'm with the TRSL Teachers Retirement System. Thank you for joining us. Today, we're going to be talking about in our webinar for current ORP members considering joining the TRSL Defined Benefit Plan. Today's subject is your chance to join TRSL's Defined Benefit Plan about to expire? This webinar is being recorded, and this is general information meant to be used as a guide. All participants are muted except the presenters. So if you have a question, just type your question into the Q&A box if you have any questions during the webinar. We will either type an answer back to you, or we will see it and respond at the end of the webinar. This webinar is being recorded and will be available at a later date on our website. Should be up tomorrow or the next day. We will email everyone a link to this webinar. What to expect from today? First, we're going to talk a little bit about what exactly is the ORP, the Optional Retirement Plan. We're going to go over the recent changes from the 2024 legislative session and the 2025 legislative session. Understanding the limited windows of opportunity. So there are windows of eligibility, two different ones. We're going to discuss that. We'll also get into the details of TRSL versus ORP, frequently asked questions that we know some of these questions are definitely on your mind, and how to contact TRSL. So let's go ahead and get started. What is ORP? The Optional Retirement Plan is a defined contribution plan. And this is where account holders direct your own investment through private carriers. There are three specific private carriers. I'll show you what those are in just a moment. It was created in 1989 and has been available since July 1 of 1990. Now, the ORP Optional Retirement Plan is available to unclassified employees of public post-secondary institutions and their governing boards. So you place your funds in the ORP system. It's invested into a portfolio, and you receive any interest earned when you receive your future retirement benefits. It is a portable fund. It is designed to accommodate the post-secondary education community with these retirement benefits that are fully portable to other colleges and universities in the United States. Taking a closer look, and this is actually just an overview, and then we get into a few more details of our differences between the defined benefit plan, being the TRSL regular plan, or the ORP, the defined contribution plan. So the defined benefit plan is a lifetime amount. It is the employee and employer contributions, which are invested by TRSL as part of the Retirement System Trust in the state of Louisiana. These lifetime benefits are paid from the trust to the retirees and beneficiaries as applicable. We do want to note that the lifetime defined benefit is based on service credit, final average compensation, and benefit factor. So it's based on three things: years paid into the system, the average 3 or 5 consecutive highest years of earnings, and a 2 or 2.5% benefit factor. The ORP defined contribution is a set amount. It is not lifetime. It's a benefit payment based on remaining funds in the account. So the employee contribution and employer transfer amount, which must be at least 6.2%, is sent to the vendor via TRSL. It's invested by the participant through the vendor, and those benefits are paid from investments from participant accounts. It is not a lifetime account. That benefit is based strictly on the amount in the ORP account. Now, when we mention the ORP vendors, these are our current vendors you can choose from to manage an ORP investment portfolio: Voya, TIA, and Corebridge, formerly AIG Retirement Services. You can make these changes in how funds are invested with your vendor or change vendors, but only among these three. So let's take a look at the overview of changes that were made in 2024. This was last summer's legislative session. A window to make choice to leave the ORP DC and go into the TRSL DB defined benefit regular plan. It's an irrevocable decision in which you cannot go back. These eligible ORP participants were given a limited window of opportunity last year to transfer to TRSL's defined benefit plan. So to move into TRSL's defined benefit plan. 1 year window for ORP participants whose first ORP eligible employment occurred before July 1, 2020, and were active and contributing members as of June 2024. Some may be under the 5 year window. The 5 year window was for ORP participants whose first ORP eligible employment began on or after August 1st, 2020, and were active and contributing at the time of the election. Either way, the decision to leave the ORP and join the defined benefit plan is in fact irrevocable. Now we're going to look ahead to the most recent changes that were made in 2025, Act 47. It extends the 5 year election window group to switch back to the TRSL defined benefit plan to 7 years instead of 5 years. It provides a 60-day window of opportunity to leave the ORP and join the TRSL defined benefit plan to certain individuals who initially were not eligible to make the election. It also creates a 9-member ORP advisory committee with representation from each of the state's 4 public post-secondary systems, as well as 1 ORP participant not employed in higher education. It adds the Commissioner of Higher Ed or the designee as an ex officio member on the TRSL Board of Trustees we have that meets monthly. And it allows individuals who are at least age 60 at first eligible TRSL employment, or at least age 55 with 40 quarters in Social Security, to opt out of membership in the TRSL defined benefit plan. Let's take a closer look at the windows. The 60-day window or the 7-year window, which previously was 5 years. So these new changes are reflected. You may be on the left column or you may be on the right column. For our 60-day window group, who exactly is eligible for this? This would be our first ORP eligible employment occurred before August 1, 2020, but not active and contributing as of June 30th of 2024. The deadline for the receipt of the form for the election to join the TRSL defined benefit plan is based on the first eligible employment occurring on or after July 1, 2024. So those that have between July 1, 2024 to July 3rd of 2025, you have until September 2nd of 2025. On or after July 4th, 2025, you have 60 calendar days from the date that eligible employment occurred. Perhaps you might be in the 7-year window, which previously was 5 years. This is eligible for those first ORP eligible employment began on or after July 1st, 2020. And the deadline for receipt of the form for the election to join TRSL's defined benefit plan. You can make a one-time irrevocable election in which you cannot change your mind to join the TRSL defined benefit plan as a new member in the 2015 plan. That's the 2015 TRSL plan at any time within 7 years of your first ORP eligible employment. So what it comes down to is your eligibility window, which is very key to know which side we fall into. If you're uncertain of your eligibility window, please reach out to your employer, because as you can see, it comes down to a before or an on or after. and the election must be made before your window closes for your particular group. Let's take an overview and get into a little bit more details on comparing the two plans. TRSL on the left, ORP on the right. I've got two slides that we're going to talk to you about this and try to kind of, show what may be a little bit similar and what is going to be different. The key difference, again, the key difference we've mentioned earlier, the TRSL defined benefit plan, the DB, is guaranteed for life. The ORP DC, as in defined contribution, it's based on how well your investment portfolio has done. It's like a 401. It's not a guarantee for life. Starting at the contributions for TRSL on the left in red and ORP on the right in blue. For TRSL, our employee contributions are 8%, the employer normal cost, and the benefit is not based on the contributions. Wherein the ORP employee is 8% less a 0.05% administration fee. The employer has a 6.2 minimum, though governing boards can set higher rate. Now, the duration of benefit, the lifetime benefit on the left for TRSL, then based on the amount accumulated in the participant's ORP account on the right. A benefit payment for TRSL is a lifetime benefit payment after at least 5 years of service at age 62. That's our 2015 TRSL plan. ORP benefit payment is an annuity with or without a partial sum payout possible at the time of retirement. When it comes to investment decisions under TRSL, TRSL, in fact, controls and bears the risk of those investments, where ORP, the participant controls and bears the risk of their own investments. Continuing our comparison, TRSL and ORP neither pay into Social Security. TRSL's plan is guaranteed by the state of Louisiana, while the ORP plan is guaranteed by the solvency of that ORP carrier, in which you have a choice of 3. Disability benefits under the TRSL plan. The eligibility begins within 10 years with 10 years of TRSL service credit. Under ORP, that benefit is based on accumulated contributions payable at the participant's option after termination of ORP participation. Survivor benefits for TRSL, that eligibility may begin with 5 years of service credit under TRSL. Under ORP survivor benefits, upon death, the balance of the ORP account is paid in a lump sum or as an annuity. When it comes to portability, TRSL is transferable to other Louisiana public schools, colleges, and many public agencies. But when it comes to ORP, that's portable to most U.S. colleges and university, obviously beyond the state of Louisiana. So now we're going to switch gears and address a few of our frequently asked questions that members have been posing at this time. So let's go over a few of these, and these might be some questions that you have, or this might make you think of a question that you do need to ask. First, how can an ORP participant make this election? The election to join TRSL after ORP participation is the form 2TR, as in I'm going to TRSL. It's available at www.trsl.org. This form must be completed by the ORP participant and the employer within the time limit set by the state law. So both member and employer must complete it. We need the original copy only. No copies, no faxes or scans are accepted. Further, it must be received by TRSL staff during regular business hours. Another question that may be on your minds, well, who is not eligible for TRSL? Anyone whose position is part-time, seasonal, or temporary, and anyone who is no longer employed by a TRSL participating employer. So, who is now eligible to switch to TRSL who previously wasn't? Those who were first employed in a position eligible for ORP before August 1st, 2020, who were not active and contributing on June 30th, 2024, but who became employed in a position eligible for TRSL on or after July 1 of 2024. Another common question, what will the new retirement eligibility be? So these ORP participants who join TRSL's defined benefit plan will be eligible to receive a retirement benefit under one of these two, either at age 62 with at least 5 years of TRSL service credit, or at any age with at least 20 years of TRSL service credit, which is actuarially reduced, which is considered an early retirement. Can ORP balances be transferred to TRSL? This is a big question that we've been receiving. Can ORP balances be transferred? No, they are two separate things. It is not moved over. The ORP account will always remain separate from the TRSL pension account. ORP funds cannot be transferred into TRSL, and no TRSL credit can be given for the time in which someone participated in the ORP. So the employee will continue to be able to manage funds in their ORP account, but no new contributions can be made to the ORP account. The employee can receive distributions from their ORP account once they retire from the defined benefit plan or terminate all TRSL service. Another question, and this is another popular one, can ORP contributions be refunded to buy TRSL service credit? And the answer is no. State law does not permit this. So we're going to circle back in just a moment to see what questions you have. I see that we've been having a lot of questions coming in through the chat. So I'm going to check with my colleagues in just a moment for them to let me know if they have any questions that they would like to share with the group while I pull those up. But in the meantime, I want to take a quick moment to let you know how to contact TRSL directly. Now, remember, if you have questions about your ORP eligibility window to leave ORP to come into TRSL, you do want to reach out to your employer for those questions. We do have ORP liaison here, our Jessica Trosclair, who is also on the line. This is her contact information and email address. On our website at TRSL.org, you will find that we do, in fact, have quite a bit of information. We've got an actual ORP tab where you can see all types of information that's available when it comes to the ORP plan. So keep that in mind that we'll have this recording will be posted there. We've got materials posted there as well. And if you do, in fact, join the TRSL plan, you can learn more information about lots of programs that we have when it comes to drop, when it comes to all types of things that you can learn more about. So if you have any other questions after today, please reach out to us. Check us out at TRSL.org. You can contact us at askTRSL.org, and we would also encourage you to follow us at our socials. We thank you so much for your time and your attention, and this recording link will be sent to you in the next 2 days. Thank you for your time, everyone, and we hope you have a great rest of the week.